Good morning, everybody. Day 3, and it's a little spooky in these woods this morning. I like it. It's super cool. And I had a good night's stay at Lance Creek area last night. It was all right. I mean, nothing big. And today, looks like from where I'm at right now, about 5.5, maybe 5 miles away from Neel Gap. So maybe I will beat the thunderstorm that's coming in. That'd be kind of nice. Stay dry, but if I don't, it's not a big deal. Going right into a building. And yeah, I think that's all the info I have for you at the moment. It's so cool in here. Anyways, hope you guys have a great day. And I'll touch back with the cool stuff and the views, you know, just like I do. Let's go enjoy the day. Check it out. I found the perfect spot to show you guys my hiking tag. I still got it at Amicola Falls, but up at the lodge. Hiker Trash, National Trail Addict. And I didn't get my hiker tag, since this is a most asked question, I think. I didn't get my hiker tag because I didn't want to sit through their orientation. I've told him I've sat through it a couple times already, and I'm not sitting through it again. He said, well, if you don't sit through it, you're not getting your tag. And I said, you know what? I'll just get my tag in Damascus or Harper's Ferry then. And I left. Although I wasn't quite that nice. But there's my tag until I get somewhere to get one. And at this point, I don't even know if I want one. Neel Gap. And they say this is the last, well, I don't know who says it, but they say this is the last place you can camp until you get to Neel Gap, unless you have a bear canister. Yeah, okay. I've never seen anybody enforcing anything out here, so. And it's been since 2012 like that. Is that bear still bothering people here? Or did they just tell it, like, this is your area. You can't go anywhere else, but this will give you this area. It's so funny. Funny. The Freeman Trail. So if you take it this way, it'll go around the summit of Blood Mountain and hook back up on the other side by the Byron Herbert Reese. All right, so what I was saying before I spotted that hammock is that Freeman Trail AT loop is pretty nice to do. I know when I used to come up here and see Katie last year, I think it was last year, I would come up and do this loop, either go up Blood and around the Freeman or come up the Freeman, up and over Blood. It's a nice little day hike. It's real nice. It doesn't look like we're going to get any views on Blood, but it looks like we are going to beat the rain, so that's good. Be a lot better going over it drier. It'll still be damp up there, but it's not going to be like a downpour, hopefully. We will see. Duncan Ridge Trail. I've actually done that trail to, well, a little bit of that trail, not the whole thing. We're getting close to the top now. A couple more little switchbacks and we'll be up there. Oh, wobblies. Blood Mountain Shelter. Top of Blood Mountain. There were some kids that had a tent set up in the shelter, which I guess, I don't blame them. You're gonna get wet in there anyways, if you don't. Oh, Blood Mountain, no views, but that's fine because I've got views here so many times that it's not even funny. I have come down this too, it's all icy. Whoo, that was sketchy. That was 2012. Ice on these rocks was, whew, it took a while to get down. But today, we can cruise it. The rocks aren't even really that wet. Look, we're on the moon. So cool, you can see the clouds blowing. How awesome. This trail reminds me of like New York and Maine with like just walking on rocks, rock slabs. This might be the quietest I've seen Blood Mountain. I guess when the weather's supposed to be bad, people don't come up here. Usually when I come up here, it's like always a bunch of people. But not today. Yeah, I love this part. Just walking rocks. These rocks are still super grippy when they're wet. Certain rocks get real slippery, but these are gripping right on these things. But ever since 2022, on my southbound attempt, when I fell and about broke my tailbone, that's made me a lot more aware of my steps on the rocks. It's amazing how that does that. Boop. That's where we came from. We're about down off the steep part. We're about done with the steep part of this downhill. And it's just normal trail once we get down off all these rocks. Ooh, it's a nice one. So there's past a couple guys coming up the mountain. It's a group of like 4 or 5 of them. And one of them had like a pink AT tag. I think it was last year's tag. And he's like, I must look like I'm struggling or something, but I was smiling and everything. And he's like, hang in there, bud. I'm like, oh yeah, I got it. We're good. I said, I'm enjoying myself. That's funny. Oh, pick up your feet, Cray. I went down on that one. I was wondering how long that was going to take to trip while I was filming. There's the answer. All right. That's the Freeman Trail right here. This is Blue Blaze. Right there. And this trail takes you to Byron Reese, or the Byron Reese Parking Center. And this takes you to Mountain Crossings. Oh yeah, Bouncing Rock. Another one. I think there's one in Harper's Ferry too. I think that's called Bouncing Rock. Or maybe it's called Jefferson Rock. Look, bouncing tree. The rock just about got wiped out by that tree. All right. 1 mile from Neel Gap. 1 mile from a pizza. They got some good pizza if you're hungry. All right, I remember. Slipped my mind for a minute. The other Bouncing Rocks is in PA, kind of like over by the Dan's Pulpit and stuff like that, I do believe. Knife's Edge, that area in PA. Yeah, I remember because I broke my phone there. Well, my screensaver anyways. Lifting up on that balanced rock. I get to see Katie, PR, and Bella. They're all here at Mountain Crossing. That's going to be sweet. Oh, I'm going to miss them guys for sure this year. But be nice to spend the night with them tonight. Pizzas and Katie's. That's what I'm looking forward to right now. Mountain Crossings. Look. Katie's van. Watch. The HST mobile. The Who Ride. Yeah, Neel Gap, everybody. Famous little shoe tree and all. Oh man, somebody hit the pedestrian. Traffic up here is crazy on the weekends, especially when it's nice out. So look both ways. Oh yeah. Ooh, what's happening, everybody? From the Who Ride, the HST mobile. I'm gonna go ahead and do my end of the day recap right now because Katie's inside Mountain Crossing. She's about to get out of work here in a little bit, so go hang out with her, and she won't have to deal with any of this video stuff. PR's got a cone on his head because he's got an eye ulcer, and it keeps him from scratching at it. Belle's all good. She just likes looking out the window. And, yeah. 7-mile day today from Lance Creek over to Neel Gap. 7.2, I think it was. Something like that. 7.3. Potato. But, yeah, we'll stay here in the van tonight. And then we will hit it in the morning. Back on trail. Hopefully the big winds and storms don't have a bunch of blowdown on for us. But that's a wrap on day. Day 7, or not day 7, day 3, 7 miles. I hope you guys had a great day. And I'll touch back with you guys in the morning.